Adventure and exploration have always been a part of me. I've been very blessed to be able to travel not just North America, but as far away as China as well. That sense of waking up, seeing the sunrise, or falling asleep at night as the full moon comes up on the horizon is one that personally is very important to me. Now, with all the places I've been able to travel, what's most indelibly etched in my mind is certainly the people I've met along the way. Those Lance owners that when they look at me, they know exactly about the smile on my face. We each know why we love our Lance. It is now my honor, my pleasure, to be able to show you the behind-the-scenes tour here at the Lance Camper Factory so that you'll know firsthand why those of us that have a Lance love our Lance. Join me inside. What's the old saying? A picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, video is worth 10 million. Join me. We're going to head out onto the manufacturing floor here at Lance, and I want to show you why I love my Lance. Now, the finest of finished products have their birth, their beginning in engineering. Here, we're going to take a look at the research and development section of Lance Camper. Computers play a vital role in our lives, in every aspect of our lives, and it's most certainly no different here at the Brain Trust. Using the latest in CAD/CAM and computer technologies, the computers here double-check and prove the perfection of each and every design that will eventually become your new Lance Camper or Lance Trailer. Now, the second step brings the virtual world of computers and engineering out here to research and development for the 3D mock-up of the real thing. Now, when it comes to being the best, you have to employ the best techniques, the best manufacturing processes, the best resources. Lance scoured our planet to find the best of all of those categories and put them in to truck campers and trailers. Now, in addition to the computers and the high-tech machinery, there are over 200 craftsmen that work on the floor of Lance Camper to bring you and I the number one, the most favorite truck camper and trailer in the RV industry. Now, when it comes to the legendary structural integrity and strength of all Lance products, it begins with the bonding of aluminum, fiberglass, and foam. Now, the communication comes from engineering via computer to the CNC machines, where the meticulous cuts are made in the foam. It's all based on that computer program. Now, from here, the foam with the cuts goes over to welding, where the aluminum tubing is cut, matched perfectly, and then welded together. Now, the CNC machines cut not only the tracks for the aluminum tubing, it also cuts the tracks for the wiring. Here you see where the wiring is routed through the initial holes in the foam created by the CNC machine. Now, this brings us to the next step. The finished wall now heads to lamination. Now that the walls are in the laminating department, that doesn't mean everything stops. We're going to go ahead and take a look. While that's going on, the folks at Lance are busy working on cabinets, on plumbing, on the electrical. I wanted to show you this. This is standard plywood. This is the new material that Lance Camper is using in all of its cabinets. The proof is in the pudding. Watch this. The difference in the weight is obviously very noticeable, but the new material, as strong as ever. Now, if you recognize these machines over my shoulder, pretty sharp. Lance does use a CNC machine, not only to manufacture the walls, but the cabinets as well. These amazing machines not only cut the parts, they route the holes and drill the sections that allows for the application of the RTA plug. Now, with the RTA, or the ready to assemble, it assures you accuracy and strength. Your cabinets are built to withstand the rigors of the road. Now, it's easy to talk about precision when it comes to cabinetry because those are the things that you and I can see. But how about the precision that goes into constructing those things that we can't see, those things that are out of sight? Most certainly that sense of passion and precision carries over here to the plumbing department, as well as here in the electrical department. From the bottom up, from the low point drains all the way to the lights in the ceiling, I want to give you an idea of the intricate detail that goes into conducting the plumbing, even the wiring itself inside of each and every Lance camper. Not unlike the human body, who begins with building on a strong skeleton, or your house with a strong foundation. Lance products are built, that skeleton framed in extruded aluminum for extra toughness when we need it most. I've got to tell you, on the top of my list of things that I love about my Lance is my ability to take it into a wide range of temperatures. It's going to be important to you, especially when you get into the colder regions of wherever your adventures will take you. Inside here, where your plumbing is both insulated and controlled by ducted heat, you're never going to have to worry. Lance has thought of everything when it comes to protecting the insides of your Lance camper. Now, at every stage of the production, a lead man goes through a checklist, hundreds of different points he checks off to make sure his team has followed absolutely to the T the specifications needed for that particular department. We've seen the way the walls were made. We've seen the cabinets constructed. We've seen how the foundation all comes together. Now you get to see putting all those pieces together. It's beginning to look a lot like a Lance camper, isn't it? Now, before the windows are installed, the cutout is sealed to protect against water intrusion. The good and the bad of having a slide out. The bad news is you got a huge hole in your wall. The good news is Lance pays particular attention to sealing the aperture that supports your slide out so that you can be protected both from the hot and from cold conditions. Speaking of slide outs, the railing system that they use, heavy duty, because they know a slide out is only good if you can slide it back in. Before I leave, I wanted to make mention of something that I was a little uneasy about at first. When your Lance camper is on your truck, that's one thing. But the beauty of a Lance camper is that you can drop the camper, take your truck where you need to go. The one thing you never have to worry about is when the Lance camper is off the truck, it's as sturdy as if it were on it. They've designed it in such a way, and I'm a pretty big guy, that I can climb out all the way to the end and never have to worry about it tipping over. I've had my Lance camper in extremes of temperature, and I can tell you whether it's snow load or extreme heat from summertime sun. I've had mine in the snows of Mount Rainier or the sunlight of Death Valley. You need a roof that's going to be sealed from the elements. On the Lance roof, they've removed the need for hundreds of screws because of the clamping system that they use to secure the vents, the dome light, the fans, all of it. Take a look. Nice, clean, and sealed from the elements. Now it's really beginning to look a lot like a Lance. The guys and the girls are busy installing the hot water heater, the heater, and the propane tanks. You should know that every bit of hardware on the Lance camper is either stainless steel or specially coated to protect it from rust and corrosion. Here, they're applying the secondary seal on the outside to prevent against the intrusion of water, dust, and dirt. Here we are at the process that began on the computer screens back in engineering. We're here for the final inspection. And in the final inspection process, nothing is left to chance at Lance. They go ahead and test the electric, the heat, the water, the propane, all the lights, all your appliances. If you're going to need to turn it on, Lance checks it first. This is where it happens. Now let's go take a look at how they build Lance trailers. You and I both know your trailer is only as tough as its frame. Lance knows that as well, and they use a stamped steel, powder-coated, lightweight frame and build from the ground up. Here, the dual-axle torsion bar suspension eliminates both the springs and the extra weight. Now, where the torsion bar suspension makes your ride quiet and smooth, the dual brakes makes your ride safer. When it comes to a Lance trailer, it's all about where the rubber meets the road. Getting down underneath, I found out about the enclosed heated holding tanks. Do I love that? Once the chassis is complete and the floor is attached, now it's time for the cabinets and the sub-assembly all to be added. Very soon, this unique one-piece fiberglass wall will be added to the sides of the Lance trailer. People ask me, Brian, why are you so fired up about Lance trailers? Think about it. Lance campers have been manufactured for over 45 years. And a lot of the expertise that they learned that they incorporate into the Lance campers are now incorporated into Lance trailers. Now, when it comes to a finish, it always comes down to the gaps, or in Lance's case, the lack of any gaps or cracks. Thanks to the CNC machines that we've seen here at Lance, you can see the precision fit. Now the folks at Lance are adding the final features to the Lance trailer before it's rolled out for its ultimate inspection. Whether you choose one of the 13 models to fit any full-size pickup truck, or you choose from an extensive line of the Lance trailers, as I did. Remember, I now own one of each. I am absolutely sure that you will find, as I have, a list of reasons to love your Lance.